A new season is upon us, Agent. With it comes new ways to achieve more firepower, but these new gears and weapons from this season don't even achieve that. So, we're going back to the basics. Hello everybody, my name is Running Man, and I hope you're all having a swell time and all good things, yes of course. Strikers has been the bread and butter for most players. Now that I have that in rotation, I wanted to change it up a bit. And so I have found something here that I wanted to share. Hunter's Fury has been the one gear set I felt like I abandoned for the reason that Strikers was heavily nerfed at the time for the longest time. I wanted to revisit it to accommodate the new useless exotic, Acosta's knee pads, but ended up finding something else entirely. This is what I came up with. Safe to say, this has become my new daily driver for soloing, and only soloing. What we have here is a full set of Hunter's Fury. 2 pieces giving 15% shotgun damage and SMG damage. 3 pieces giving 20% armor and 50% health on kill. 4 pieces giving the talent Apex Predator. Enemies within 15 meters receive a debuff, amplifying your weapon damage against them by 20%. Killing a debuffed enemy with your weapon disorients other enemies within 5 meters and amplifies weapon damage by 5% for 10 seconds, stacking up to 5 times. Set in place here, we have the Mask with weapon damage and critical hit damage and a critical hit damage gear mod. Gloves with weapon damage and critical hit damage. Holster with weapon damage and critical hit damage. Knee pads with weapon damage and critical hit damage. Wanting to max out critical hit chance, I opted for a Seska Viorba backpack for the plus 10% critical hit chance brand bonus. With weapon damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and a critical hit damage gear mod. To take advantage of fallen enemies, we have the talent Unstoppable Force. Killing an enemy increases total weapon damage by 5% for 15 seconds and stacks up to 5 times. When maxed out, that's a 25% damage increase for 15 seconds. But let's make it hurt more. The chest could be 2 different things here, like Sokolov Concern for the SMG damage, or Grupo Sombra for more crit damage. So, I leave that choice up to you, agents. Either roughly serve the same purpose. Here we have a Sokolov Concern chest piece for the brand bonus of plus 10% SMG damage. I felt like Lady Death needs more damage than crits in this case, but it's a debatable opinion. With weapon damage, critical hit chance, critical hit damage, and a critical hit damage gear mod. The talent we have here is Obliterate. Critical hits increase total weapon damage by 1% for 10 seconds, stacks up at 25 times. Complementing Unstoppable Force, we are going to be that definition. And the creme de la creme, Lady Death herself. Lady Death is an exotic that's practically made for the CQC veterans out there. Expertise matters a lot here, so having the highest number possible only complements your damage output. We have SMG damage, critical hit chance, and damage to armor. I'm not sure if this can change, as this exotic was in the game prior to the devs adding the ability to change the attributes, so your results may vary. This build shines the most in the talent Breathe Free. When moving, gain 4 stacks per second, or 8 stacks if sprinting. Max stack is equal to the weapon's magazine size. Each round fired consumes a stack, amplifying damage by 75%. Kills grant plus 20% movement speed for 10 seconds. Originally, I wanted the extra speed boost you get from Acosta's knee pads when vaulting over objects, but giving up more damage for speed didn't end well in the long run. Don't get me wrong, it's still doable, but when this exists, it defeats the purpose. The mods we have here, plus 10% critical hit chance for the rail, plus 10% reload speed for the magazine, plus 5% critical hit damage for the muzzle, and plus 500% melee damage for the underbarrel. The secondary weapon can pretty much be anything, as the named shotgun Thorn is just a placeholder, but the sidearm here is where we pay attention the most. Lady Death's talent is what makes the build stand out, so using the secondary weapon for kills is kind of pointless. Remember, agents, switching to your sidearm is faster than reloading, Backup Boomstick has been a staple in this build thanks to the new talent Brazen. Again, expertise matters a lot here. Being a named shotgun, we are given an amplified 17% shotgun damage with damage to armor and damage to target out of cover. The new talent Brazen complements this build well. Receive plus 3% amplified damage on the next shot with the weapon for each pellet that hits the target, if at least 6 pellets hit. This build is made for the rusher style, so you would be hard pressed to not take advantage of this talent. 2 shells is all you need to end a problem. The specialization weapon class we are running here is Gunner for 3 skills. Barrage. Rate of fire increases by 5% on kill for 5 seconds. Banshee Pulse for our opener and to lock down tankier enemies so we can focus the lesser ones. And Incessant for 10% armor on kill. It really isn't much, and to be honest, barely noticeable, but it's something. And of course, your SMG and shotgun damage tier buffs at max. For the skills, we have Banshee mainly. The second skill should accommodate how you approach things. I recommend the decoy for repositioning or the shield to buy you some time when you're in a jam. Alright, it's time for some tactics. Banshee will be your main opener to get the drop on your enemies. Once you start gaining kills, you'll be gaining speed and damage. When both Obliterate and Unstoppable Force are at max, you'll be seeing a dramatic change in your damage. So once you start achieving 1 million DPS, you will need to start bursting your gun so you're not constantly reloading. With only 33 rounds in the magazine and Barrage speeding up our fire rate, on kill, it's easy to be left out in the open getting shot, dead. So let's not make that happen. Burst your trigger finger, agents. Some enemies like to hang back. If you see this, try not to give chase and focus on the others that are nearby. Burst to keep stacks going. With speed gained, you need to stay on the move, in front of enemies, to take full advantage of your hunter stacks. Otherwise, you're missing out on most of your damage. You're going to become a close quarters combat king and have complete domination in the battlefield, provided enemies don't get you with a grenade. Have your sound up and pay attention to your surroundings.
Signs 0.
Alright, disclaimer. This is not the best build in the game, nor is it the best DPS build possible, but it does a damn good amount for just about any situation. Steadfast, agents, and have fun out there. Alright agents, I hope you guys enjoyed the build video. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If today was your birthday today, or any other day I don't decide to stream or upload on this channel, then of course, have yourself a happy freaking birthday. Autobots, transform and roll out.